Welcome back to Connacht Club Rugby TV. This is Michael Harding here from PPA. Connacht Club Rugby TV is all about club rugby in Connacht and most importantly the players that play in it. This week we're going to bring you all the action from the Connacht Senior League again. First up, Corinthians travelled out to Athlone to take on Buccaneers in Derry Park. On commentary on the night, John Mulligan from Galway Bay FM.
Well, the game we're focusing on is the clash of Buccaneers and Corinthians at Derry Park. Buccaneers having a new boy in Thabo Marie, the South African, starting at number 8. And of course, you've got the Galvin brothers, Fergus and Evan. They are playing on the flanks. For Corinthians, a couple of changes. No Aaron Broderick. Peter Claffey stands in for him. Mark McDermott starts at out half. Simon Keller playing his last game against Galwegians a week previously. Big game for both sides as they both need to get their seasons in many ways back on track, especially for Buccaneers. Their opening day defeat did affect them in a big way, but they were going to be determined to get a result in this one. And the same for Corinthians. Good win for them against Galwegians on the in their second round game after their opening day defeat to Ballina. Well, Buccaneers decide that taking the upper hand early, and their hooker is a class act, actually, in fairness to him. This is Cornato Kirapati who makes the early break, and then we see the halfback axis, which is a well played halfback axis, as it says, of Owen O'Reilly and Michael Hanley combining. It is back to Hanley feeding it out, but intercepted by Mark McDermott, who makes his way past the 10-metre line and creates a bit of space for Corinthians to lead it forward. This one is going to go out all the way and out to the very, very talented, fast-running winger for Corinthians. That's Rory McLean, but McLean's kick straight down the throat of the fullback Rory Fallon, who did well to clear his lines and lift a bit of pressure for Corinthians, trying to send it back in over towards the right hand side, but unfortunately nothing coming of it, and it was Buccaneers who cleared themselves. It's a Buccaneers scrum at this stage of the game, still scoreless. Scrum half Owen O'Reilly with the put in, well controlled by the Buccaneers pack. Look to the right and you will see Michael Hanley, who takes that possession. His kick on, well, it kind of bounced and bounced, but it fell into the hands of the centre, or winger I should say, Ross Murphy-Sweeney, who made no mistake with the touchdown. Unfortunately though, the conversion from Hanley drifted to the left of the post and wide. 5-0 Buccaneers. Corinthians still very much though in this game, but it was Buccaneers who would make the driving in the next stages on the next phase of possession. The box kick from O'Reilly looking for possession, and it was Corinthians who tidied it up. Some good defence from Corinthians, a couple of changes from the side that had beaten Galwegians so comfortably by 50 points to 10. The familiar headgear of Colin Raftery to the fore, back out towards their scrum half Ryan Guilfoyle, and again Corinthians trying to push their way on, back out towards Guilfoyle, McDermott, some good play down the centre and into the hands of Rory Fallon, who had a bit of time to clear it and send it right back down the throat of the Corinthians out half again. McDermott, who has kicked some great scores in the time, but this time the kick just a little bit too far into the hands of Sam Krupa. Very good second row pairing between Krupa and Rory Byrne at number 4. Still Buccaneers, still holding on to it, and tidied up for again for the scrum half, and back out towards Hanley, who this time goes across the field looking for someone to aim for, but really down the throat of Dylan Kane, the full back for Corinthians, and it's Kane who makes no mistake with the kick this particular time. From the resulting line out, Kirapati's line out, no problem, finding Rory Byrne, and in turn setting up the move for Buccaneers. Still 5-0 incredibly at this stage, with the kick on really not finding any major note, shall we say, but it was a good move from Buccaneers, well kicked on, and the centre knock on as well. The centre number 13, that's Rory O'Connor, was the man who sent the kick on and caused a bit of consternation in the Corinthians defence. Buccaneers still have possession. It's Krupa going to ground Riley with the pass out, giving it out towards Hanley. Hanley's crossfield kick, looking for Rory Fallon, who dropped it, but made no mistake the second time round. Try for Buccaneers and a 10-0 lead. Hanley's second kick, more difficult than the first. No mistake this time. 12-0 in favour of Buccaneers at home. Corinthians again trying to do really what they did against Galwegians, a good pack performance against Wegians in their second round game, and unfortunately the ball spilled. The referee having a very, very good look at this before awarding the penalty to Buccaneers. Play held down, no arguments, and it was again the hands of Michael Hanley to take the penalty. Dead straight in front of the posts, and as has been the case with Hanley most of this season, no mistake either. 15-0 in favour of Buccaneers. This time Kiripati for Buccaneers takes possession, and he has people outside him. Of course, it's O'Reilly and the prop. That's Martin Staunton, a powerful prop who's made inroads about 10-15 yards. O'Reilly looking for support again, this time from the second rows, and O'Reilly pushing Jack Noon out of the way in towards Kiripati. Great run from Kiripati, breaking it through, but unfortunately they went for the try. And while Rory O'Connor thought he might have had a touchdown, the referee thought different. The ball had been knocked on, and Corinthians would have won the resulting scrum from that. Next phase of play, again a Buccaneers scrum, and again a good drive from the Buccaneers pack, which won them the penalty. And Corinthians wondering what do they have to do to win anything at this particular stage, but no argument against that. Again, it is Michael Hanley with this penalty, and again Michael Hanley absolutely excellent with the boot. Again, money for earlier miss. 18-0 in favour of Buccaneers as we moved into the second half. Some strong words from the Corinthians coach JP Cooney, no doubt, at half time, and did see a much better performance from Corinthians in this second half. Again, Guilfoyle tackled, but the referee has let the play go on, as you can see in this phase. Back out towards Guilfoyle again. Guilfoyle looking for support. Keane Huxford very much in the mix in this particular phase of play, and it is Corinthians breaking their way through. Opportunity of a penalty. Referee gives the advantage, and this is going to be a penalty for Corinthians at the end of it, despite the best efforts of that move out the right hand side. And the penalty, well, the play continues. Referee still had given the advantage at this stage. He was going to, ball is spilled, ball is dropped, no advantage, and he's going to give the penalty to Corinthians right in front of the posts, which has been taken by Dylan Keane. Keane taking over the kicking duties from Mark McDermott, who has a very good record with the boot, but Keane make no mistake himself. It's 18-3 in favour of Buccaneers. Into the second or third phases of this second half, and Corinthians having to run their way out of trouble. Doing so, great burst from Corinthians at this stage. From what it looks like Cathal Evans is still Corinthians getting the move inside. They know a try here could actually change things around for them, and the work of their pack deserves a very special mention, but the referee says it was knocked on. Scrum to Buccaneers. This time a line out for Buccaneers taken by their replacement hooker, Darren Brown. Couple of changes, as you can see, being made across the board at this particular stage of the game. And it is Buccaneers who have possession inside their own 10-metre line, but still comfortable. Little cut inside, and good tackling from Corinthians. Man who did that, by the way, was Ross Dugan, the centre, but then came a bit of a burst from Buccaneers. Their number 7, that's Evan Galvin, one of the Galvin brothers, who started, and it is a good kick on actually here from Buccaneers to find Rory McLean, in fact, who did well to tidy it up, but the referee had said there was a penalty, and the penalty itself dispatched once again by Hanley. Brilliant kick from Hanley, and that's now 21-3 as we move into the final stages of this second half. Well, from here on in, it was damage limitation maybe for Corinthians, but a brilliant break from Martin Staunton. In fact, fantastic turn of a foot from the prop who gets to the Corinthians line and sets up what would ultimately be the final score of the game for Buccaneers. Brilliant play, good pack driving from Buccaneers at this stage. Corinthians defending manfully, but keep an eye out for number 13, and that is the brilliant hands, must be said, of Rory O'Connor. Gets inside 2 challenges and touches down and gives Michael Hanley the opportunity of nailing the conversion, which he does. It's a great kicking record actually all the way through for Hanley, who'd only missed one of either conversions or penalties that he had to take. 28 points to 3 now in favour of Buccaneers. And another top chance maybe for Corinthians to get a final score. They won't get the losing bonus point, but they may get a try to put a better look on the scoreboard. The game not, it has to be said, the game not reflecting the evenness of the match across the board. While the scoreboard may look very good for Buccaneers, Corinthians, it has to be said, played some very good rugby. And JP Cooney, while disappointed with the defeat, might just feel a little bit heartened as well by the performance of some of the guys who came in and stepped in. Opportunity of a crossfield kick that might have fallen for them, unfortunately spilled. That will be the last action of the game. Buccaneers winning this, beating Corinthians by 28 points to 3.
Thank you very much for that, John. So as we look at our match report again, the team with the most line breaks win again. Corinthians were the first team to have created 0 line breaks in the game. Buccaneers 5 line breaks to Corinthians 0, so that's a huge work on for Corinthians. 2 things were the foundation of this win for Buccaneers. First of all, they had 70 positive defensive sets, so 70% of the time they were defending, they pushed Corinthians back, which is huge. They also won 10 of their 10 lineouts, so they had a really good solid set piece, while Corinthians only won 11 of the 17 lineouts they had, and 4 or 5 of those wins were messy wins. As we look ahead now to our next game, Ballina hosted Regions in Heffernan Park, and on commentary for this game is Portico Kelly from the Second Row podcast.
Ballina hosted Galwegians in Heffernan Park in round 4 of the Connacht Senior League. Ballina made 3 changes to their team from last week's defeat to Sligo. Mikey Murphy, Ronan Malloy and Dan Malloy all out due to injury. They'll be looking to bounce back after last week's loss. Galwegians, who are looking for their first win of the Connacht League, were without their captain Tramey this week, while Cunningham starts at 10. And it was Ballina who got the game underway. Galwegians in position, and Callum Quinn will be sore after making that tackle. Lampkin looks to set the ruck. It's slow ball. He definitely looks like he's lined the box kick. It's up in the air, and Kennedy gets up in the air first and catches that. There was some really good hang time on that ball by Lampkin. Nice pick and go through the middle. Ballina looking to compete, but no, Galwegians on the ball. Cunningham, Lampkin passes it out. Good carry into midfield. It's quicker ball for Galwegians, and Lampkin kicks into space. Neenan's the first one back there to collect, and he brings the ball forward, but Galwegians are up fast in defence. It's messy ball. Feely drives through. That's a really good counter ruck, messing up the Ballina ball, but Ballina recover. Galwegians over the ball, but illegally so. Yeah, he was in from the side there. Clear penalty. That was a silly penalty to give away. It's a Ballina line out. They've really launched some good attacks off this set piece this season. Quinn out to Finlay. Gives it to Callum Quinn. He pops it to Sweeney. He takes into contact, and Ballina has secured the ball. Quinn, the laziest pass, gives Galway his time to cut defence, and they nearly get that intercept. But there was a knock on there somewhere. The ball's turned over to Galwegians. It's a Ballina line out in another dangerous position. Van to Hannigan. It's back to Van. He attacks down the short side. Really good variation here from Ballina the line out. It's brought inside Quinn, but that's a huge tackle by Galwegians as they push back Ballina in defence. Quinn over the ball. Brings inside Finlay. Moves on to Doherty, but he's smothering the defence. Galwegians looking to reset, but they left a huge hole. Quinn's through. He's tackled though. What an incredible pass. Sweeney and McVan gets it down the corner. That was a lovely try, all starting from that intelligent line-out move. But in the end, it was fairly easy after Galwegians had overcommitted in defence and leaving the blind side exposed. Galwegians kick off. It hangs in the air well. They knock it back and recover the ball. Johnson, big carry inside. Lampkin, out to Cunningham. Out to Ryan. That's inside to Kennedy. He makes a few more yards. It's a quick ball for Lampkin, and he gets it to Cunningham. Galwegians start to put a few phase together now, looking to stretch Ballina. Lampkin passes it inside. That's a good carry, but Ballina make their tackles in defence. Lampkin to Cunningham. He gives to Kennedy. He carries well, but he's taken down by 2 defenders. But Galwegians get the ball away. Feeney on the ball. Half break. But Ballina are in on top of the ball, looking to pull it back. Which way is the ball going to end up? It's on the Ballina side, and it's knocked on by Galwegians on the ground. It's a scrum to Galwegians. They'll be looking to keep the pressure up. Lampkin digs it out. Galwegians playing across the back line. What a line from O'Shaughnessy. And a read by Callum Quinn stops him dead. But Galwegians keep the ball moving out wide. But that's knocked on by Ballina, and they're lucky the refs only give it a knock on there. That easily could have been a penalty. Galwegians scrum again. They'll have confidence to take this on after stretching Ballina in their last attack. Earl with a really hard carry in midfield. Lampkin to Cunningham. He fires it over the top to Kennedy. It's advantage Galwegians. He gives it outside. Feely now. He's pulled the ground, but he gets the offload away to O'Shaughnessy. He breaks into 22. He steps inside the final defender. Callum Quinn can't stop him, and that's a try for Galwegians. Really well deserved try. Using their scrum as a great platform, and the pressure being put on Ballina is finally told. It's a Ballina line out, and they'll be looking to strike back after conceding. That's definitely not gone to plan, but Sweeney tidies up really well at the back of the line out. Quinn back inside to Mason. He gives it to McVan, who breaks down the short side. Once again, Ballina spying the overfold in the Galwegian defence. Quinn's there again, moves the ball in field. Great hands by the forwards there. Ballina making their way to the try line. Quinn sees it, brings it back inside. But already can keep his hands on it, and it's a penalty for Ballina. It's a Ballina line out. What will they put together this time? McVan throws to Sweeney. That's a really nice move. The variation of the Ballina line out is fantastic so far today. Quinn. Long pass out to Finlay. Finlay to Callum Quinn. Takes 2 players to take him down to ground. Quinn. Finlay. It makes his way out to White. He steps inside 1 tackle. Inside a 3rd tackle. He's still on his feet. He's making his way to the try line. And he's over. Somehow he's managed to get that to ground. Galwegians won't be happy with the first up tackling there. It was just far too easy for White to score from that far out. It's another Ballina line out, and the rain looks to be teeming down out there. But Ballina will feel they'll have an opportunity off this line out. It really is a great launch pad for their attacks. Quinn has the ball in his hands. Finlay, Callum Quinn. He steps inside 1 tackle, steps inside 2 tackles. Galwegians just aren't making their tackles. Quinn makes his way downfield into the Galwegian 22, all the way down as far as the corner, and he dots it down. What can you say about a try like that? Galwegians just won't be happy, but Callum Quinn, he's lethal in those types of spaces, and he's shown it all season. It's a Ballina line out. They'll definitely feel they'll be able to take something from this. It's a clean ball. Quinn to Finlay, bit high. Sweeney gets it in midfield. We break through the first tackle. He pops it out to West. West to Callum Quinn. He stopped just before the line, but he gets it up to Jones. He was able to dot it down for the try. Incredible move off the line out, but that all came from 1 missed tackle. Ballina are ruthless and clinical with these opportunities. It's the second half, and it's a Ballina line out. The last 3 tries have all started from the line out. We'll see what they can put together here. Sweeney wraps around inside. He gives it to McVan, who breaks down the touchline. Sweeney's on the inside for a pass, but that ball's gone forward. What would have been nearly another sure try for Ballina. We're deep inside the Galwegian 22, and it's Ballina scrum. They'll definitely looking to add to their tally 26 points from here. It's fed in by Finlay. Harley picks the base scrum. He breaks for a try, and there's no one in front of him, and he dots it down for a try. Galwegians seem to get their communication and spacing all around there. Howley won't score many tries easier than that. It's a Ballina scrum in their own half, but they'll have no fear attacking off this even from here. Howley to Quinn. It's a reverse pass, and Ballina attack down the short side. Healy, that's a big carry and an even bigger tackle to stop him. It's a clean ball. Quinn to Callum Quinn. They're trying to keep this ball moving like they have all game. Ballina are hunting another score. Quinn gives it into Boland. Quinn gives it into Boland. He carries up. Quinn once again. Hannigan this time. Galwegians looking to hold him up or try and get their hands on the ball. Finley now kicks through, but John Kennedy collects. Galwegians back in possession. They clear out. Now puts his boot to it, and that's a huge clearance kick. It's bouncing into 22 and it's made its way into touch. That is a huge clearance on a 50-22. That'll be a line out for Galwegians. Johnson throws in. Hasn't quite gone to plan, but Vergara de los Santos ties it up. It's slow ball, but Galwegians pick and go aim, looking to get over that try line. Fury now at the back of the ruck. Spreads it to Downey. He's held just short. The ball is slow coming out, but Fury's got his hand on it. Cunningham, a long pass out. Oh, is that knocked on? But it's fallen into Shoglesy's hands, and he gets a try in the corner. Full time, Ballina 33, Galwegians 12.
Thank you very much for that, Pádraig. So as we look at the match report here, it was a much improved line out for Ballina. They won 10 of their 12 lineouts in the game, and they actually scored 4 of their 5 tries from their lineout. There's a lot of variation in their lineout with moves around the front and a throw into the middle to Sweeney, so they had a lot of variation there. Weegians, particularly poor area for them on the day. They only won 5 of their 15 lineouts. Once again, the team with the most line breaks won 6 line breaks for Ballina versus the 4. So we're going to have a look now at the league table as we head into the final weekend. So Ballina are on top, but they're finished now. They have 4 games played. They're on top at 16 points. Sligo are in second. Sligo travel into Corinthian Park to take on Corinthians at the weekend, while Weegians hold Buccaneers. So what it means for the league is Sligo win, gives them the Connacht Senior League, puts them into a Bateman Cup semi-final. Ballina will be hoping Corinthians win. Next up now, we're going to have a look at 2 player reviews from the weekend. So up first is Luke Sweeney from Ballina, the number 6. I was really tempted to pull him out for the last few weeks. He's been absolutely incredible for Ballina. He had 13 ruck involvements in the game, but he was unbelievably destructive in defence as well. He had 5 tackles. Some were really powerful tackles. It was a really hard performance from him. A good solid flanker type performance. Really honest in defence. He was constantly coming up, constantly chopping, and I really liked that bounce to the feet. Every time he tackled, he bounced to the feet. He also had 3 passes in the game, and he should have been put away here for a try after a good front peel. 2 clips of him here tidying up line out of the back show that he was always switched on to his job. Nice little variation in their line out here. Getting a good solid carry again. And he carried twice off the line out as well. Solid carry here. With a very similar play later on in the game led to a line break. So it was some really physical carry. Good footwork before that contact. Good footwork in between 2 defenders there. And here comes his line break, which leads to an absolutely exceptional try in terms of keeping the ball alive for Ballina. Really good support running here. And then here at the end, good break by the scrum half. And really unselfish pass there, really good play. Up next we have Owen O'Reilly, the Buccaneers scrum half. This was Owen's first start of the season. He delivered 35 passes in his 50 minutes he was on the pitch, and really snappy passes. He got to the ruck quick, moved away the ball really well. He was delivering ball in front of Mikey Hanley, their number 10, every single time and in front of their forwards. Really good passing off the deck. He also had 3 kicks in the game. That last box kick was absolutely on point. This one, perfect height, perfect length, but just 1 metre too wide. If that's another metre inside the pitch, Buccaneers are going to put him into touch and get a line out there. Here's a really good clearing kick, getting them up near halfway. But what caused Corinthians trouble on the night, for the whole of the first half anyway, was his sniping around the edge of the rucks. Some really good footwork, to be honest. Now, the pillar defence from Corinthians left a bit to be desired, to be honest. But really good work there, constantly sniping, constantly chasing. And here's his line break. Once again, he's really aware of the pillar defence and caused a lot of trouble there all night. That's pretty much it for this week. No junior games played at the weekend, so as we head into the final round next weekend, I hope you like the episode and you can share. Thanks very much.